So welcome back for game 2 here between the Stallions and the Riders. Stallions winning the toss, choosing to bowl. A lock and an and. Once again opening up for the Riders. Pranay in another wide. Disappointingly, no matter how many times you tell people, they still can't do the right thing. So we have an umpire in full team kit today, making a complete mockery of the competition he's playing in. So well done to the Rising Stars for lack of organisation on that one. Pranay in again, a full straight one, good ball and defended by a lock. Another good in-swinger from Pranay, but slashed through the gap there by a lock. Fielders chasing it, and they'll get back for 2. Good in-swinger. It's over, just over the circle. Another shot into the gap by a lock, but quite risky, that one. Very easily could have been a catch. Pranay just struggling to find a consistent line here. He comes in again. And a lovely in-swinger again. And a lock. Really couldn't get anything on that. And no runs. So it looks like Zishan keeping today. That's an interesting decision. And who's it going to be from the Stockholm end? Ram injured his ankle last week, so not sure we'll see him bowling today. It's going to be Olin, one of the Bulls players in the second division. So Stallions look like maybe they're a few short today. Got at least 2 or 3 from the Bulls coming up to fill out this team. So in comes Olin on the pads and just turned around the corner by Anand for a single. Full outside off, swing your way, and an unconvincing attempt by a lock. Did not look anywhere near getting bat on ball to that one. Getting some good outswing here, Olin. Full toss that one and just bunted back by a lock. Might have been a wide if he'd not reached out to try and hit it. Straight up from Olin. It's hit down the ground and misfielded, unfortunately. Might have been a chance there for a run out, but didn't manage to field it cleanly. In again, and guided through the gap on the offside, and they will come back for 3. So good running there. Lock just drops that into the offside for a single. And that is the end of over number 2. 13 for no loss, the Riders. See how windy it is today. Camera being buffeted around. We are working on a brace for the camera, but unfortunately nothing in place yet, so it's going to be a little bit bumpy today. Pranay will continue from the Kiev end. Bowling to a lock. It's a big wide down the leg side. Zishan can't get there, and they'll pick up an extra run. So 2 wides there. Really a lot of swing here. Pranay struggling to control with the wind whipping across the field. He's in again. That's better. Gets the edge over the vacant slip position, and Olin comes round from fine leg to collect it. Good throw in, but they get back for 2. So more like that from Pranay is what he needs. It's been a little bit erratic so far. He needs to put pressure on that off stump, make the batters play. Another, a lot of swing. And not able to get bat on that one. Wind is really making these conditions difficult for both the bowlers and the batters. Big swing and a miss there from Anand as that one comes through wide of off stump. Nice in-swinger, but it's picked up nicely by Anand over the leg side, and that is 4 runs. So a lovely shot there from Anand. The ball just drifting into the pads, and he went with it and hit it very nicely over the top all the way to the boundary. Just waiting for the fielders to come back inside the circle. And Renee wide outside off again, and Anand plays and misses again. Short, pulled, and well fielded on the circle. And that's going to be very close. Direct hit. Umpire Tom Hale says not out. Just home. So good throw and good fielding there, but proving if you don't hesitate and just take off, there's pretty much always a single to the circle there. So 3 overs down, 22 runs. And Olin to continue. It's down the leg side and will be a wide. So a little bit all over the place here from the Stallions. Really need to cut out these wides. Free runs for the Riders. Full toss and lets the bat. Oh no, his whole bat's broken. The handle stayed in his hand, the bat's gone flying, and they get a single. So we'll need a new bat. Don't see that very often with the handle staying in his hand. And the rest of the bat flying off down the pitch. So which one will you break next, sir? There's a good selection there brought out, and he's chosen his weapon. And we will continue. Just dropping the third man back here. So they've got one at deep point and one at deep third man. Halfway through this power play. It's full on off and drops it down, runs the single, runs hard and gets there easily. So I think the Riders will be pretty happy with where they are right now. 25 for Nana after 3.2. If they can get to the end of the power play around 50 for none, they'll be extremely happy. Stallions searching for the first wicket here. Olin in again. Down the leg side again. It's straightened with the wind. It just popped up on the leg side by Anand, and they get no run. We have the Tigers and the Wolves over on ground 2 in second division. I'll just check the scores so far. Wolves batting as Olin comes in again. Full toss on the offside. He's lifted that through the gap. Sweeper comes round and they come back for 2. So we have 35 for 1. The Tartu Wolves off 5 overs. Tigers looking for their second win after their first win last week. The Wolves looking to go to the top of the table with a win today, a second win today. Olin in, nope, he pulls out, so we'll have to have another go at that one. Try again, take 2. And that's a good ball outside off stump, just moving away with the wind and playing a miss from Anand. So far, a good over this from Olin. Full, probably too full, but hits it straight to the fielder, and another dot ball for Olin. A good over there, and 4 overs down, 27 for none. 2 overs left in the power play here. Neither batsman really looking like playing any extravagant shots. Sticking to the plan that worked for them in game 1 today, beating the Rising Stars pretty convincingly. Pranay will bowl his third. Be looking to cut out the wides and bowl a nice tight over here. And that's a lovely in-swinger again. Not very much a lot can do with that. He just drops it on the offside and they scurry through for 1 run. Full, and he's played with the swing again. And just getting under that, and they just get the single. Thought about the second. Coverage out there now after last over's boundary. So a look back on strike to Pranay. Another excellent in-swinger. Just manages to get the bat down on it and they get a single. That's a wide one. He's had a big swing, but called wide. Renee just losing his focus there a bit. A good in swinger. That's straight up in the air. The fielders are coming in. And he's dropped. No. He's taken it on the second bounce. Bobbled it up. And took the catch. So first wicket down for the Riders, and I'm joined by Ragnar Halleck.
Hello everybody. I'm just here because it's really windy outside.
Yes, it's the best seat in the house today is inside the warm little commentary hut.
It was my first bat breaking.
It was quite a good one, wasn't it?
Yes, we watched the stream back at the scores table and you didn't think that you were that enthusiastic that we were. We were like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Well, I thought he just let go of the bat. Yeah. I didn't realise he still had the handle in his hand.
The teammates did say that the bat was already broken a bit, so...
Well, I'm planning to bat with a broken bat tomorrow as well, so we'll see if we can have 2 bat breaks in 2 days.
I'm glad we're streaming this. That was great.
So Riders just slightly starting to fall back to the Stallions now after a good start. And another excellent in-swinger from Pranay. And Rana, the captain, blocks out his first ball for no run. And that is the end of... Oh, one more to go in the 5th over.
Actually, I'm going to go and help Terry bring him inners because he's umpiring on the second ground. Just saw the message.
Is Terry cold?
I even offered this to Tom and he's like, no, I'm going to look like Michael Jackson.
Rana just drives that down the ground and they come back for 2. Some fairly pedestrian fielding down here by Aranga, and that is the end of the 5th. 33 for 1. Stallions still looking for some more power play wickets here. And looks like Rana struggling a little bit, doing some stretching. Riders certainly can't afford to lose him this early in the game. Now, will it be Olin to continue? I think it will. Rana seems to be really struggling here. Sure, he will try to continue, but not looking great at this point. He will try to soldier on. Really can't afford to lose their captain here, the Riders, as Olin will continue to lock. Oh, a lovely outswinger there from Olin to start. Over number 6. A lock playing and missing. Look, gets bad on that, but it's straight to cover and no run. Very nice looking run up, Olin. Nice and straight, good pace. may not be in the Bulls in second division for that long if he continues bowling as well as he is. That's a Yorker and just dug out by a lock, and the two fielders left it to each other, but just the one run, and slightly better communication required there between the Stallions fielders. Short, and Rana, he's tried to pull it, and as soon as he went to put weight on that leg, I think he's in real trouble here. I don't think he will be able to continue. As soon as he tried to put weight on it, just couldn't keep any pressure on that knee. I think it's the knee. So, running out some water, which isn't really going to help much. And seems like Rana will need to retire here. Also seems like we'll need to send out some reminders this week about the correct procedures for both umpires and 12th men coming onto the field, as teams seem to have completely forgotten or are just completely ignoring the procedures. So Rana surely not going to try to continue here.
What happened?
I'll be honest, not really sure what happened. He just is
On the ground.
quite old.
So it seems like leg.
I think knee maybe.
No?
Just any time he tried to put pressure on that leg, he just couldn't.
Maybe it's time to retire.
Oh, I'm hearing you. You were very trusting to leave your phone there unlocked.
Okay, what did you do?
Didn't do anything. Just maybe don't do that in the future.
What?
You certainly wouldn't get away with it in the office.
Oh, yeah. We were in Montenegro, and I even left my phone, like, next to the page. And it was Tim and Tom took a selfie on it.
Yes, well, there's a
I think
craze at the office. If people walk away from their computers and leave them unlocked, then the first person to find it will go into Slack and say, I'm buying pizzas for everyone today. At least once a week there's a pizza party in the office because people forget to lock their laptops.
I'm sorry, but that sounds a little bit toxic.
Not if you like pizza.
Can't find a photo anymore.
It's a figment of your imagination.
No, there definitely was. I might have
There's a man in the duck costume.
Janika is in it, because Janika got a duck in Montenegro by that dude.
Not the only one.
No, I got it as well. I just rewatched it a couple of days ago. Oh, it was so, wholesome.
Well, we got another trip coming up later in the year to Croatia, which I hope you will join us on. Some of the ladies as well.
Yeah, definitely. Me and Lena already have made travel plans.
Excellent.
Planning to stay together. To have a sleepover. Pew, 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 pew.
What's new?
No, we don't have sleepovers. We just go out. We go out. Oh, it's nice and warm.
This is really an unnecessarily long delay to the game. If he can continue, he continues. If he can't, he should be off the field. Umpires need to take control of this now. This has been far too long. He's not bleeding out on the field. He needs to either get off or continue. And if he continues like this, we will be here till 10 o'clock tonight.
The thing is, he's gonna make it worse for himself if it's already bad to this point. So it's gonna get worse. So just to keep yourself.
Looks like they're putting the pad back on. So seems like we'll get another couple of balls and have another long delay. I was just discussing the need to have another chat with all the teams about umpiring procedures and also 12th man procedures, because nobody's wearing the high-vis vest and the umpires, well, one of them's in a full team kit. Seems the easier you make it for teams, the less they do. So after all of that, including a good 5 minutes of treatment from all the highly qualified doctors out on the field, he's going to continue. And I would imagine it's going to last about 3 balls. As the incorrectly attired Riders players leave the field with their huge jug of water, which I'm not sure what they thought that was going to help with a knee injury, but
I would run with the first aid kit and the water.
I'd be quite
But
sure they
water
don't
would be
have a first
secondary.
aid kit,
Yeah.
because €20 is far too much to look after your teammates.
I don't know.
And
The one.
straight down the ground, no run, as an
Ooh.
extremely unnecessary throw from the fielder. Nearly results in overthrows. I don't think if I was a lock, I'd be looking for runner to be running quick singles here. I think what he's going to try and do is hit some boundaries and see if he can get a few runs for his team before he either gets out or can't continue. Olin in again, and yep, there he goes. A bit of a smack through the leg side, and it's not going to make it to the boundary, and he's hobbling back. Ooh, that would have been very close if it hit. Not sure I'd be throwing to that end. Why would you be throwing to the end the guy with 2 legs is running to when there's one guy with 1 leg? So that is the end of the 6th over. 36-1, end of the power play. And I would say that's pretty even. Umpire Thomas Hale laying down the law to Rana. What do you think he's saying?
I think you should retire.
Yes, I think that's what he's saying too. And Rana's saying, well,
No, I want to play.
I think what he's probably saying is, if I retire, I'm definitely not coming back. So I may as well try and hit some runs while I'm out here.
Get some runs under his belt.
As it looks like Abaid is going to come into the attack from the Kiev end. As the camera does another little wobbly dance in the wind. So end of the power play, we've got deep mid wicket and a long on the leg side as Abaid bowls to a lock, and there's no run. Can't see anyone deep on the offside, so still I think we've just got the 2 out.
Sorry.
We need to upgrade to a full glass panorama.
That's what I've been saying. I haven't been done commentating with you, but yes.
So wide from Abaid. There is, yes, quite a few blind spots in this commentary box, but...
Is it 0 a number?
Excuse me?
Yeah, his jersey number is 0.
Yes, his jersey number is 0. It's a big appeal there, but Tommy not interested.
I think he's keeping his hand warm. No, I ain't putting it up there.
Well, if he had some inners, maybe he would have given it out.
I offered, but yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not really a fan of the number 0 on a jersey, but I guess the most important thing is that he's the only one with the number 0.
Yes.
As Ram has a throw, and Rana again probably would have been out by a long way because he can't run. But Ram misses, and they get a single. I'm also not a big fan of Rana's 1-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Very clearly, when I sent out the instructions to teams, said the numbers should be between 1 and 99, but yet again, teams can't follow instructions, no matter how simple you make them. As Rana hits that down to long on for a single. I think you'll find this is a bit more judgy, my commentary.
I don't mind it.
I think I'm somewhere probably halfway between Howie and Terry.
Okay.
Harry was very critical, Terry not so critical. I'm a bit of both, as a look drops that into the offside, and the Stallions continue their incredibly pointless throws into the bowler that could result in overthrows. I think they had a couple of 4 overthrows last week doing the same thing. Or like to show how hard they can throw it into the bowler. And he's gone. Inside edge, into leg stump, big full toss from Obeid, and Rana can go and put his legs up and somehow try to get himself out into the field for the second innings. Second wicket down for the Riders, 40 for 2. That's the end of 7 overs. Can see Tallinn United having a net session.
I've never seen that really tall dude.
No, he's been in India for the IPL, working with Sportsbet. And he is now back just in time to play the Hippos tomorrow.
Excited?
I was hoping we'd get away without having to play against him, because without him, United are much less of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully he's jet-lagged and misses his alarm in the morning and doesn't get out here for the game.
Or you get him out.
Yeah, sure that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I do find it interesting that United always seem to turn up on the weekends for the net sessions when the nets don't cost anything.
Oh.
We may need to have a look at that.
Aren't they reserved for the playing teams, though?
No, there's no reservations, but maybe they should be. Kind of against the spirit of the agreement by turning up every weekend to use the nets and not paying for the facilities. But again, no matter how easy you make it for teams, they find a way to do the opposite.
Yeah, there's always loopholes.
So
Did the guys have a ball machine training this morning?
they did.
How did it go?
A few bruises, but in general, I think a good time was had, and it's good for
practice.
these national team players to get used to a slightly faster ball heading into games against Sweden and Germany, as that one is a wide to start with by Shiva. So a lock did an excellent job this morning for the Riders. Batted through most of the innings to bring them to their first win, as he drops that on the offside. And another terrible throw. Seems to be the Stallions thing the last couple of weeks.
Can it be because of the cold, their hands, or just...
Maybe they don't like Zishan. It's his first time keeping this year. And I don't think there's been a throw that's gone to him yet, as Shiva bowls to Hardik. For some reason, again, we have the wrong batter on strike. Would you like to hear one of my signature rants about how hard it is to press buttons on a tablet?
Apparently the batting team scorer, none of them ever used the iPad.
That's funny. They've all played multiple games of cricket in Estonia and they've all scored multiple games of cricket in Estonia, but now they don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Shocking. And now, again, we've still got the wrong batter on strike, so I'll get an email on Monday saying how it's all the app's fault and I have to fix it. Maybe I just won't.
I know that
There's down the leg side from Shiva, and that's another wide. I mean, you can say you haven't used it before, but it's literally a bunch of numbers, and you press what happens. It's not difficult.
I'm afraid of the wickets, how to put them in.
Well, you press the button that says wicket.
Yes, and then it gives you so many options.
Yeah, it says how was it out, and then you press how it was out.
But there's a field as well, no?
For some dismissals, you have to indicate where on the field the catch was taken, things like that, yes. Yeah. But again, I don't think that's particularly difficult.
It's
if
just
you're
a thing
actually
to
paying
learn.
attention to what's happening.
The same thing with scoring on the book. You need to learn it. And it passes a filler.
And
let's go for 4.
No, there's a man out there. Just the single. Oh, we've gone all the way back to the last over now. They've realised that the wrong batters are on strike.
Well,
I'm sure Lena's having a lovely time trying to explain how to score to grown men who've been playing cricket for years. So we are now hopefully going to get the 9th over entered. Seems like we could have finally caught up here. As obeyed will continue. So tentatively 48 for 2. As that's wide outside the off stump and called wide. You do get this feeling that it's a nice warm day when you're sitting in here and then you see the camera shaking all over the place.
Ooh,
and remember,
it's coming at us and going under the hut. Blim blum.
Oh dear. Did it come out the other side?
I don't know.
Pranay comes to investigate. Players all around. I might go and give him a hand.
They got it. And it's back to the field. Good job, guys.
Yes, it certainly sounded like it ping-ponged around underneath us.
Yes.
Probably didn't do much for the ball. Is that the first commentary hut hit for the year?
That I know of.
I think it is.
I've been knocking a bat with the ball here and managed to get one under there.
Oh, a nice full one from Obeid, and Hardik can't take advantage. Yes, probably shouldn't say it on commentary because it's certainly probably bad luck, but I'm shocked that we haven't had a ball properly hit the hut in the year and a bit we've had it out here.
What would happen to the window?
Well, that's one thing we haven't found out yet. I don't think it would stand up to a cricket ball, but...
Shit. I'm sorry. Wow.
It's okay, it's YouTube, we can probably swear.
Oh, there's a wind kite wind.
Oh, kite.
But like a surfing thingy. Looked like it.
There's a surfing kite.
Well, what's the like... I'm sorry. Back to cricket.
Ragnar, not good at explaining things.
You know the thingy.
The thing with the thing. Yep.
You can't see it anymore. It was a little bit over the wind.
Not convinced you ever could, but we will continue here. Another full one. He's gone hard and he's caught.
Well done.
Taken by Shiva at point. Looks like probably didn't enjoy that too much in the cold, but catch taken and the third wicket is down and a lock. after an excellent innings this morning, can't repeat today and is out for 13 off 21. 54 for 3 off 8.5. You would imagine they're going to need a lot more runs than this against the Stallions. Completely different level team to the Rising Stars from this morning. Only undefeated team left in both divisions. But the Strikers are certainly putting the pressure on, continuing to win games. As Tajul Islam comes out to bat. He has an average of 2.
Sounds like me.
I think your average is probably higher than that.
I don't know how I managed to be the top scorer for my team in the first game.
Well, I'd imagine you did that by scoring the most runs.
And it was like 7 of 24 ball.
And did you win that game?
We did! Golden ball!
Well, then that's all you can ask. Let's have a look at the batting leaderboard for the women's competition. We're in 7th place with an average of 13.
Ooh! I think Lisa Bo, what's her name?
Yeah, Lisa's number 1. 67 runs and yet to be dismissed, so she doesn't have an average.
That's not... Why?
Well, because the average is the runs scored divided by the amount of times you've been out, not the amount of times you've batted.
Aha.
So until she gets out, she won't have an average.
I saw that she's not playing with us tomorrow.
Well,
it's a long trip from Riga to
it is
come
a long
here.
trip, and she did turn up last week despite the fact that there were no games on.
Oh, it's just... What a shame.
So, but that's okay. Just the one game tomorrow, I think, and you've already won the league, so good opportunity for trying some new things.
Yes! Yes, I'm excited for new things.
Yes, I hear you might even get a bowl.
Well, that's me talking. We haven't talked with the captains.
Well, let's put it out on social media. We'll put a poll. Should Ragnar get to bowl?
Yes, everybody in the commentary, go to Saaremaa and tell.
So Obeyed now into Tajul. Short, and he's tried to cut it away, but just a bottom edge and no run. So 9 down, 54 for 3.
But not a duck, so good.
Well, he could still get a duck.
He faced it.
Yeah, but he didn't score a run. Duck is no runs.
Ah!
If you think the first ball is a golden duck.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't face a ball, it's a diamond duck.
Yeah. And the first ball of the game, what was
Still just a golden duck. There might be some term for it, but...
Wait, I thought even if it's a dot ball, then no longer... Oh, okay.
No, it's a duck if you get no runs.
Oh.
Because it's an egg. Looks like an egg.
Ah.
As that one down the leg side from Shiva for another wide.
We learn something new every day.
As long as you don't forget something to learn the new thing.
Maybe.
Well, you don't know if you've forgotten it. That's the problem. Oh, he's appealed and given.
Out.
So Shiva finally gets one straight and gets a wicket. So Hardik gone. Probably their best player. He's played well this morning, but only gets the 10 runs today. Shiva picks up the 4th wicket for the Stallions, and they, after a good start from the Riders, the Stallions are now right on top. And they'll be looking to continue taking wickets here, with the Strikers' last 2 victories being in less than 11 overs. Stallions really need a boost to their run rate, and if they can get the Riders out cheaply here, that's exactly what they'll get.
Have we had this year in a game where all the batters are out?
Yes, a couple.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's not like I give a report on every game.
No.
I should know this. I just read it and forget about it.
Shiva into the new player, and he's had a big swing at it. It's straight down the ground and misfilled by Ram, and they're through for a single. So he is no longer capable of getting a duck.
Woohoo!
Tajul back on strike is still on 0.
I really would love a duck
Ooh,
illustration.
He's played it cross. No appeal though, so it must have been going down leg. I would love a lot of things, but sometimes we just have to work with what we've got.
Yes.
Maybe I can try and get a duck animation going for Montenegro.
Ooh,
in the air court. Great catch by Rifak. That's hurt him. He's rigging his hands in the cold, but holds on to it. And guess what?
He's ducked!
He got a duck.
Oopsie daisy.
If only we had Yannicka in a duck suit to come out and escort him off the field.
It was a big talk of getting the duck onesie, and we actually didn't. But it was really a lot of fun.
Maybe for Croatia later in the year we should invest.
I'll start looking into those after we stop looking at the ponytail hats.
Okay. Priorities. So Shiva picking up a second wicket in this over. That was a fantastic catch by Rifak. He got onto that pretty well, Tajul, but straight to the fielder. So Rocket Ronnie comes out.
Why Rocket running?
He's a absolute rocket when he bowls.
Oh.
Bowled very well this morning. Took 3 wickets.
Wow.
And bowled his team to their first victory for the year. So
congratulations.
he'll be on a high, but not sure you call him Rocket with the bat.
Maybe we'll see then.
Yep, he'll swing hard. It's just a matter of whether he connects with a few. I think Shiva would be liking his chances here of another wicket. But in he comes. On the pads, tries to whip it away on the leg side, and they scamper through for a leg bye, I would imagine. Yes, Midle signals leg bye. So, not off the mark, Ronnie, despite what that says on the screen, because it was a leg bye. And in the air, but in the gap by Abdul, and they come back for a second. So that should be the over. And it is 10 overs down, 59 for 5.
The run rate has dropped, but understandably because there was quite many wickets.
Yes, but unfortunately with 5 wickets down in the 10th over, I can't see the Riders posting much of a total here. The Stallions look like they are already in the box seat to claim yet another victory this year. So, no drinks break, probably because there's been so many wickets and they've had plenty of opportunities to grab a drink.
And there was the injury as well.
And yet a
lot of time.
long break for the injury. That's probably come into the umpires' minds as well, as that one is on the pads and can't get bat on it. And another dot. So let's check the scores on ground 2. With the Tigers bowling to the Wolves. And we are 11 overs down, 73 for 2 the Wolves. So looking like another good game in Division 2 as Ronnie steps back and drives that down the ground to long on for a single. So he's off the mark and no duck for Ronnie. Obeyed with 2 for 11 from his 2 overs. Nice, full and gone. Batsman not particularly happy, but umpire Tom Hale puts the finger up and another wicket falls for the Riders. So 6 down now for 60. And it looks like the end is not far away. We might get an early mark. So you were off with the kids this morning?
We were. It was loads of fun. Had like 5 games. Yeah. And one of our kids got a new kit for wicket keeping. It's so cute to see the itsy bitsy pads. And then so cool.
Still playing the Street 20?
Still playing Street 20.
Okay.
And up until this morning, Terry was thinking like, oh, should we put hit wicket in or not? But today they did not learn. They went and stood way too close to the wickets, and then there was one really big hit wicket. They were like, yeah, you're out.
They will learn eventually, especially when it makes them out.
Yeah, and there was a great caught behind.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of catches. Managed even a 6.
So got a couple more weeks of the Street 20 to go, I think.
Juniors, 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks, that's Nelly. As Obaid comes in, another good ball to start. Tanvir drops on the offside, runs through for a single, and another terrible Stallions throw.
Why was he so low, though? Why was he on the ground?
Well, he's not a wicket keeper, for starters. He's a batsman. I think he's only keeping because their 3 other wicket keepers are unavailable. And you'd think their fielders might throw it a bit better to him. Although apparently not. Paid to Ronnie, and he's gone.
Wow.
Big swing, as is his way, and straight into the stumps. And wicket number 7 is gone. So a big fall from the heights of their first victory this morning for the Riders to 61 for 7 now off 10.5. And looks like the new Zing stump is getting a workout.
Is that on that end?
Hard to tell.
It did look great. Can't wait to get a second set in and have the ladies as well.
I'm hoping that next week we can announce our new sponsor and bring in the new sponsored stumps for ground 1, in which case you'll get the second set over on ground 2.
The Zing sets are so fun. I have had a chance to play 1 game with them, and it was just awesome to work them.
Yeah, they're a strange design, but they work really well, having the magnets in the base of the stumps.
Yes.
And so they do tend to disintegrate very easily.
And plus, Aslan is playing with the wooden bay stumps.
Yeah, sometimes it's not enough
It's
to
been now
actually
2
bring
times.
the bails off. Yeah.
Exactly. It has been 2 times. One time it was trying to run out. It took a second longer for the bail to dislodge. What's there?
Obeyed into Mofiz and just an edge around the corner for a single. So Obeyed bowling an excellent over there. Figures now of 4 for 13 from his 3 overs, and Riders 62 for 7. Yeah, so that run out would have been run out, except the bail just stubbornly refused to actually dislodge until the batter
Was in.
passed the crease, and then
The
it
second
fell
one.
out.
Yeah, a little bit later fell out. Then the second one was hit wicket. The wicket was diagonally, and the bails didn't dislodge. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. So the spring stumps can be quite infuriating because they're obviously very solidly held in certain directions. So if you hit them in that direction, the bail won't fall off.
No, but the whole stump was diagonally,
Yeah.
and we couldn't call it a hit wicket because the bails were still in place. I'm like,
Definitely doesn't happen with the Zings.
why are we playing on hard mode if we can't ball hard?
Well, I think being your first ever outdoor T10 competition, it was always probably going to be on hard mode anyway. But you probably don't need to make your life more difficult than you have to, you're right.
Mm.
So Shiva will continue here from the Stockholm end. He has 2 for 12. And he's bowling to Mofiz as he decides not to bowl the ball.
And I think it's the first time we're playing with Bales even.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We
didn't play with Bales in the indoor.
No, I'm trying to remember if we did it on Finland in the December game.
Wasn't there, unfortunately.
I think
Enjoying the lovely warm weather in Australia.
I think I had a chat about it, if we're using or not with an umpire, but can't remember. Let's see.
At the back of the hand there from Shiva, a bit of a slower ball, but Mofiz managed to keep it out. So what's your prediction here for the score? 3 wickets left. There's another one out the back of the hand. That's going to be a wide.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is, program says that.
Projected score's 111.
Yeah.
That's
I would like to see 100.
That's assuming that they're going to make it.
What was that?
Well, it's come off the back of the bat and ended up at gully. Yes, the projected score assumes they're going to bat all 20 overs, which I think is very unlikely given they are 7 wickets down with another 8.5 overs left. I would say I'm going to go for 78.
Wow. I'm just hoping for the team to get the 100.
Shiva, another good ball. Tightens him up there and chops it on the offside for a single. Bringing Tanvir back on strike. Tanvir can bat. He's played a few decent innings this year already, so bit of hope there for the Riders if he can get some runs. And another loopy out the back of the hand, slower ball from Shiva. Not sure what he thinks is going to happen. They're not particularly dangerous. He's bowled 3 or 4 in a row now.
Maybe they don't want to get them all out. They want to play a little bit longer.
You mean match fixing?
Oh, it's fun to play.
And the batsman asks for a wide and Meidel decides, yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
Wow.
About the level of umpiring you expect from a guy wearing his full team kit. But, another one past the outside edge. Asked for a wide again, but Meidel decides against it. So 12 overs gone, 66 for 7, and some pretty good bowling figures in that list. Obaid 4 for 13, Shiva 2 for 16. Pranay, the only one going at over 6 and over, but he did pick up the early wicket too. Obaid is going to bowl his last over here, looking for his 5th wicket. Pretty rare to get 5 wickets in a T20, so it would be an excellent achievement.
Yeah.
It's like a batter getting 100.
Okay. Well, let's hope it happens for him.
I don't think he's played many games this year. It's been quite a bit of rotation for the Stallions with their Finnish and Latvian imports coming in and out of the team, as another terrible throw the keeper doesn't even try to stop. I did speak to them after their last game about their throwing, and they just kind of looked at me and laughed as if it was normal.
Well, it's their team.
Mm-hmm.
It's their decision.
Obeyed full and played into the offside by Mofiz, and they get 1 and think about a second, but decide against it, and another terrible throw-in. Zishan is going to never want to keep again after today, I would imagine.
God. Yes, that is...
Maybe the Stallions can sign Ragnar up to keep next week.
Oh, poor guys. I really need a full suit then. I'll come with
Maybe the duck suit. Get some padding in it. dropped on the offside and sent back. No run. Ah, it's a lovely throw in from Shiva.
Yes!
Gets a round of applause from the commentary box. The experienced statesman Shiva, been around Estonian cricket for a very long time and shows the youngsters how it's done. And that one is slashed through the gap behind point, and they will come back for 2 as Ram chases it down. And another average throw, but Zishan manages to stop that one.
Yeah.
Ram injured his ankle last weekend, so I don't think we'll see him bowl today.
During a game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, what happened?
He tripped over the pitch.
Oh, yeah. I do that.
Bade another good ball, swinging in towards middle stump and defended.
I'm just looking, and I want this 5th wicket to
Yep,
happen
last
to
ball
him.
for Obeyed. He's got one more chance to get this 5 for...
I have my... You don't do this in English, huh? So in Estonian we say pöidlad pihku. In English you would say fingers
and
crossed.
A good shot, and it's through the fielder.
Oh,
Pranay couldn't get down to that
I believe
one.
it's going to go for 4.
And it's going to beat him, yes. 4 runs. So Obeyed finishes with a 4, unfortunately, but still excellent figures of
Good
4
job.
for 21. Yes, in English we cross our fingers.
But in Estonian we put our thumbs
You put
into
your
our
thumbs into your hands, okay?
hands. Pöidlad pihku.
You're guarding your thumbs.
I don't know why.
We're crossing our fingers, you're guarding your thumbs, okay. Things you learn. See, it's such an educational commentary box today.
Well, last week I was with Terry struggling with the door and the number 1.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I understand that struggle. I have that struggle as well.
So which one is which?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I don't have to guess, I know.
The one is the oo.
It is. Good.
Learning slowly.
Been here how long?
In 10 years, I might be able to count to 10. Don't make me start on my rant on the Estonian language, please.
Well, if you get more divisions, we will get more numbers from you.
And it's going to be a Ranga to bowl. And Murphy's just hits that out to the Hahn outside the circle, but not far outside the circle at mid-wicket there. Looking for probably a top edge from one of these two as Aranga. Oh, it's a good ball and just kept out by Tanvir. Does feel like more wickets are not too far away here. And it looks like my 78 is woefully poor guess. Leave the tips to Terry, I think.
Well, you can still guess. This is your prediction.
76 for 7. We need 3 wickets in the next 2 runs for my prediction to come true.
So we were just talking with Terry that he doesn't know when he's going to do his tips. Let's see this one.
Oh, that one. Swing and a miss from the batter. The keeper missing it too, and they get through for a wide. Very late wide call from Midle there.
But yeah, Terry's out of the country next week, so recording-wise, I just said let's do it tomorrow on the field. We'll see.
Oh, he's trapped in front, but maybe a bit of bat involved. Just walked across his stumps there. Tanvir. Appeal from the bowler, but nobody else.
Well, you only need one appeal.
You do, but hard to convince the umpire when you've only got one person. That's up in the air. Fielder comes in. He's under it, but doesn't get to it. And
well, it gets to it, but like not his arms.
Never really looked like he was going to catch it. And they get through for 1 run. So first chance goes down. Stallions have been excellent with the catches so far. Throwing not so much. And just dabs that into the offside. This will be another terrible throw, I'd imagine. Yep. And they get through for the single. So 14 overs gone, 80 for 7, and that 100 probably looking reasonably good, Ragnar. Terry's
I would be really happy if I'm like...
Terry's tips must be wearing off on you, as you have to repeat them every week.
That's, again, I do it and I forget it right away. I'm like, I remember about the women's because that's what I'm gonna play anyway.
And he never makes a tip anyway.
Yeah, each one
win each.
Oh, well, he tries with that one.
So Zahan coming into the attack here.
All
He
right.
is a wicket taker, Zahan. So going for the kill here, Stallions.
His first bowling over, I believe.
So if we go by Kevin Pattenden's theory, this should be a wide. And
It wasn't.
Isn't. So one into the bowler's column there, Kev. One bowler today not bowling a wide off the first ball of their spell. And it's in the air, and it's over the fielder, and it's running away. Pranay is chasing it. He's going to stop it a few metres inside the boundary, and another terrible throw, and they get back for 2.
Oh, yeah. I was just telling Terry today, like in D&D, you do a couple of warm-up rolls for the ties.
You think
So
they
get the
should
bad
do some
numbers away.
warm-up bowls?
Yes. So just
Yeah.
warm-up balls to get the wides away.
You probably won't be that surprised to hear that in top-level cricket, that's exactly what they do.
Oh, so that was my plan for tomorrow for myself.
Okay, some warm-up. Okay, you want to
So
look
get
professional.
the wides away.
Look professional.
I didn't know it's professional. It was my own idea that already existed.
Zahan continues. Bit short, but Mofiz can't do much with it, and they get through for another single. So just keeping the score ticking along, not doing anything too out of the ordinary.
Ooh.
A full toss from Zahan. Fielder's coming round, but he won't get to it, and that is 4 runs. So Zahan giving him a freebie there. Nice full toss on the pads and 4 runs.
Well, the riders definitely need them.
Yes, they do. That one's kept going a fair way across the rugby field as it's retrieved now and thrown in from a couple of football fields away.
Oh, it's really nice and warm here. I'm even taking my second layer off.
Just keep the shirt on, okay?
Hey, not everybody needs to know.
Zahan. Oh, it's popped up on the leg side, but there's no one there, and they get through for another single. So we don't want to discuss the
Oh my god.
VIP partying last night with Lena.
Of course not.
Well, you know, it's a quiet game of cricket.
Luckily, not that many online watching us, but people can still watch it back.
I'm sure you had a lovely time, and
yes, it was a great
everyone
party.
was very happy, and that's all we need to say about it.
Well, we were the only ones in the VIP area people could see in, but
Is that, were you invited in because you're so special, or?
we got the VIP tickets because we didn't want to wait in line
I see.
to get into the club.
So VIP means very impatient people.
It was cold outside and
Yep.
we didn't...
I get that.
Well, you know what Lena was wearing. And she had just a blazer on, so
Yeah.
I'm like... But she had the correct idea to dress like that for yesterday's really warm indoor event.
As Aranga continues. Pitched up. It's in the air. Fielder's coming round, but
Oh,
Stops
managed
it
to
with the
stop
foot?
it. Yeah.
and just 1 run. So 91 now. Doing well here. The Riders' tail order to keep the runs coming. Didn't.
Wow, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the camera.
It's held in there today, the camera, in trying conditions, as that one should be a wide down the leg side.
Well, let's see what the
Idle.
umpire signals.
Oh, and they're going to come through for an overthrow. So finally, the terrible throwing
He's
has
costing
cost them a run.
Mm-hmm.
But
And a wide,
wides
yes.
as well. So 3 wides there.
Well, I haven't scored that one on a scoring book. So in my mind, I'm like picturing how I would score that one.
I need to show Terry this morning's scorebook from Ground 2, where
Good or bad news?
they recorded a man-cad, which doesn't actually exist.
A what?
A man-cad.
Okay. So they invented something.
Yep.
Ooh,
Well,
great
no,
shot.
they just forgot the fact that the rule changed last year.
Fielder is chasing it, doesn't make it to the boundary, so
2 runs. I think about a third, but gets sent back. So the man-cad's the one where you run out the batter before you bowl the ball. So it was named man-cad because the guy who first did its name was man-cad.
So it's no longer a thing?
It's now just a run-out.
I saw.
And he sweeps that directly to the man at square leg, but they get through for a single. 97, so maybe even your 100 was a little bit short.
Well, I thought you can go back and check, but I thought I said at least 100.
Okay, so you're going to tip like Terry, I see.
I argue like Terry.
Sit on the fence. And he's stumped, yes. Didn't get back in time, and that is a wide, so stumped off a wide. Probably never scored that one either.
Stumped off a wide. How do you? How do you write that? It's just the stump.
Still get the wide.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Oh,
So it's
interesting.
1 run to the batting team and a wicket to the bowling team.
Okay. Interesting. See, like even more learning from it.
But that's one of the...
So how you would put? You would W? Do you put a cross on top of that W?
This is a question for you to ask Terry later, I think.
You don't know.
Not sure myself.
I want to know how Lina puts it in right now.
Maybe you do the cross and you put the W in
Alyssa.
where you would normally put the dots.
Oh.
Don't know.
But the scorebook is really small, so it's like...
Don't know. It's a question for Terry,
Really
or
cool.
maybe someone in the comments can let us know. How do you record a stumped off a wide in a cricket scorebook?
I would love to do that. In a game, I mean.
Stump off a wide.
I would love to stump it all the time.
Doesn't matter if it's a wide, you just want a stumping. I see.
And manage to break the bells on the wooden ones. We'll see tomorrow.
I won't, unfortunately, but
Oh, why not?
as I'll be playing.
Good luck.
I'm going to need it with Anurag back. So, Aranga around the wicket now to the left-handed Kush. And down the leg side, Kush turns that round off his hip and 1 run. So Kush, probably one of the best batters in the Riders, but yet again, he's coming in down the order. No one can really work out why the Riders don't put him further up the order.
Was he batting this morning?
I don't think he did bat this morning, no.
Very odd then, yeah.
So there's a lot of discussion. Going on here about foot positioning of the bowler. We did have a back foot wide this morning. Remember that one?
No.
So you've got the return creases on the
Yes, of
side, and if your back foot touches those, it is a no ball.
Yes.
So we had a back foot no ball this morning.
Okay. But why did you call it back foot wide?
Because I've been talking about wides for so long that I just accidentally said back foot wide. Well, back foot wide would be
So
very impressive.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never heard of such a thing.
Well, just testing. Oh, more clothing coming off.
No, just open the zipper. Shirt stays on.
And on the pads, but outside leg stump there for Kush. So if Kush gets going here, we could see that projected score of 124 for the Riders. And
There's still a chance for just 100.
Absolutely. And he comes down and lifts that down the ground, and it'll just be one down to mid-on, and Pranay throws it back into the bowler.
And my prediction has been filled.
Right, we need 2 wickets here, Zahan.
No, I mean...
Mofir's on
Riders,
strike.
go on.
We have
Fight till the end.
the bane of Estonian cricket, an undone shoelace to deal with.
You really think it's only in Estonian?
I've been playing cricket for a
Yeah.
long time.
In different
I have
countries.
never seen a place where more shoelaces come untied.
It might be the wind.
Maybe. And that's down the leg side. Zishan didn't even try to stop it.
Might been out of the view,
Yep.
so that...
And he just decided, I'm not moving. I'm just going to stand here and see what happens.
No, it has happened to me as well, where whilst the batter is standing in front of you, it blocks your view, so...
Full toss from Zahan. Just hit down to mid-off for a single. And the bails come off finally. It's the first time they've come off in the wind today. We did eventually get rid of them last week because they just kept falling off.
We'll see about them today.
Fairly good so far. And, he's gone.
Wow.
Zahan finally makes the breakthrough.
Congratulations.
He's 3 runs late for you and 25 late for me, but
that's the 9th
we
wicket.
won't hold it against him. Yes, 9 wickets down, 1 to go. And
I'm hoping for the
is
Riders it
coming
won't
up?
happen. So they can...
Well, I'm unfortunately a little more biased than you are. So Andres says, I would mark the wide and in the top left corner would put the W mark. Well, that was the suggestion I made. So Andres, we'll let you know what Terry says later, but you are the winner so far.
Because he agrees with you.
Yep. And I'm always right until I'm wrong.
Just a bunch of stubborn people.
So Zahan has 2 balls here at Essanur.
At what?
Essanur.
Oh my, I'm really sorry, I didn't know it.
It's a name.
Yes, I feel that now.
You've said it a few times, or attempted to at least.
Have I?
Yep. Usually in the bowling exploits, but he has to bat now. And last ball here for Zahan
In this over.
in, I think, his second, or is it his third?
Second.
Second.
Second over. Wow, look at me remembering.
Short and pulled into his own pad. And no run. So end of 17, 103 for 9. And the Riders will be hoping Kush can score some boundaries here. He'll be looking, I would imagine, to keep the strike as much as he can. And the bowels come off again. Zishan replaces. And Tommy says, let's keep going. 3 overs left. Ranker comes in.
Ooh.
Kush
Wow.
rocks back, pulls that out to the man at deep square leg, and they get 1 run. And the bails come off again. There might be time to give up.
I see Tom going in. Maybe he's gonna take them up. Yep. They're taking them off
Well,
from
they
both
need
sides.
to take them off at both ends, yep.
We had a discussion about it last week and with Tom, so he knows.
Thrown up, flighted by Aranga. Another terrible throw.
Poor
And
Jess. Just remember
Ragna's just remembering her own bruises and injuries. And round the wicket to the left-hander, Aranga. Full one. Kush comes down and nearly yorks himself, hits it straight to mid-wicket, and there's no run. And another terrible throw.
Did it actually hit the wicket? Is that why it was glowing?
Not sure whether Zishan maybe stepped on the plate.
Mm.
That's on the leg.
Wow!
Oh, Kush, he's got under that.
Great one. I can't see it even.
Fantastic shot. One bounce. I think one bounce. No. The
Umpire signal 6.
spectators are calling it 6, so the umpire's decided he's going to agree with them. And that's a great shot by Kush.
That was.
They need a bit more of that.
Yes, sure. Keep them 6s coming. Still have
Just
plenty of
2.2
balls.
overs left. Another full one, and he's bowled. So great comeback from Oranga. Kush trying to keep the scoring going, and that is the last wicket for the Riders. So,
like I was asking before, has it happened this year yet? And it did again.
111 with 2.1 overs left.
So now that all the wickets have fallen, how long is that? 50 minutes is in between games, yeah?
20-minute break.
For T20?
Maximum of 20 minutes for T20. And yes, they'll be back out in 20 minutes, and we'll be back with you in 20 minutes as well.
Gotcha. Hello. All right. Second innings started with a dot ball, I see. Davis just topping off the petrol, and it's called a wide. And it goes aerial. Is there a fielder? Ooh! So fielder was diagonally trying to catch that ball, and it dropped, and it ended up behind the boundary. So that's a 4. Yeah. And Davis back. Oh, would you like a wet towelette? No, it's not. You're gonna get your petrol finger. Baby wipes. Another wide.
So it looks like Aditya continuing where he left off last week. And if he sticks around, it won't take very long. Ended on the offside. So Andres, I don't know if Ragnar's updated you on our
Haven't.
questions to Lena, but she has done exactly as
You did.
suggested.
When we're talking about the wide wicket. So across for wide, and on the right corner, itchy bitty tiny wicket. So 4 there.
So 2 boundaries for Aditya in the first over. Mofiz just straying onto the pads there.
Good start.
And left by Aditya. Technically a very good batsman. Plays all the shots. And straight up in the air, commentator's curse. Give him some praise, and he gets out. Catch taken by Tanvir. If you're watching this later, Aditya, apologies. I will be sure not to say anything positive about you in your batting next time.
What was that position called where that took a catch?
Well, it's mid-off.
Yeah, it is. For me, I'm not that quick yet with them because they switch sides as well.
It's sort of a deep mid-off, but it's mid-off.
Okay.
On the circle. So, wicket and 10 runs.
Wow,
so far in the first over. It's all happening. So it will be Ronnie, the Rocket, at the other end. And Rifak is joined by who? Looks like it could be Zishan. It is. Fresh from copping several balls in the chest in wicket keeping.
Yes.
I'm sure he'll enjoy batting far more than he did wicket keeping today.
Good luck, we'll see.
So Rifak now to face his first ball. Scored a quick fire 35 last week off not many balls. comes Ronnie. And
Ooh.
got under that. That's very high. I'd be very surprised if the fielder takes that, and he doesn't.
Does it go for 4?
And just 2 runs. That was extremely high, blowing around in the wind, and the fielder didn't get within 2 metres of it.
Was it really? I thought it was quite close, but just...
No.
Oh.
Wind just took it away from him.
Yeah.
That's easier than dropping it when it's straight in your hands, I guess. You can blame the wind. And a good outswinger from Ronnie, but full toss, and Rifak smacks it down the ground for a single. So Ronnie did all his damage from the Stockholm end this morning with this wind assisting his outswinger.
Is the wind still from the same side?
I think it's straightened up a little bit, but it's still going to be assisting that outswinger.
Look at us talking about weather. But it does affect the game.
Especially here with the strong wind. Look at that. Started straight and just kept going. Umpire deciding it's just inside that guideline and not giving a wide.
And that wicketkeeper doesn't have a helmet on. Even
Well,
though they're...
he's not keeping up
Yeah.
to the stumps.
So he's not even planning to go up there?
Well,
Doesn't have it with him.
he did the same thing this morning, and when he eventually ended up
Great
keeping
ball.
up, he went and got a helmet. So,
Okay, that's gonna be time consuming.
well, you're assuming that they're logical people that think about the consequences of their actions.
You're such a pessimist.
No, I've had many years
Yes.
dealing with
Exactly.
very similar people, and they don't think about things happening 10 overs later.
Okay.
Full and wide, Aditya in the air, but in the gap, and it's running away.
And it's going for... Boop. 4.
4 runs. So, top edge there from Aditya, but... Aditya's out. That's Zishan. Top edge from Zishan. I figured it must be Aditya because he left the ball, and I've never seen anyone else in Estonia leave the ball.
What does it mean, leave the ball?
Not play a shot.
Yeah. And what happens then if you don't play the shot?
You can't score runs if you don't play a shot.
Well, that yeah. So dot ball?
Top ball,
Yeah.
yes. But most people in Estonia swing at everything.
Yeah, it's fun.
Uh-huh. So Ronnie into Zishan again, and outside off, and he's played that down to point, and just 1 run, and that was a good take from the keeper from another pretty average throw. So it's 2 overs gone, and it is 18 for 1. So excellent run rate for the Stallions, but they want to be careful with the wickets. So sun's out, starting to warm up in the commentary hut.
Definitely.
Still
warm
not
in here.
warm outside.
No, but the sun is helping a little for the scores.
Much,
Players should be
much
warm with
yes,
all the running.
much better than this morning with the overcast conditions.
Let's hope it's not as windy tomorrow when I have to play. Last time we
I
played, it was cold, and I was.
Wouldn't like your chances.
Did you hear about me laying down on the turf? No.
I mean, I didn't hear about it, but it doesn't surprise me.
No, I was just trying to keep myself warm.
Turf,
Turf gets
known as a warming agent.
It was warm because it was sunny, and if you're lower to the ground, so it's not as windy there.
Fair enough.
I got firstly told off by Terry, and then
Well.
he joined me.
I was going to say, that doesn't surprise me either.
He came to stretch his back.
Oh, very wide and called. Zishan thought about having a go at it, but ended up being so wide that he didn't have any chance.
So that's why it's called a wide.
That's the theory behind the wide, yes. And nicely played into the offside through the fielder.
Misfielded.
Could go.
No, it's got to
No.
slow down before the boundary. But they're
a
going to
nice
score
shot.
some runs off of it.
Will they come back for 3? No, Rifak. Just a bit slow, but very hard to keep up with Zishan. He's one of the fastest guys in Estonian cricket. But a nice cricket shot and some shoddy fielding combines for a 2. Comes at him, Zishan, top edge. Fielder's coming round, but Ronnie can't get there. And they will come back for 2 again. Ragnar learning about throwing from Ronnie there, I think.
It was like me jump, throw. Look there.
Well, what do we always say? Steady yourself.
Yes,
then
balance.
Throw. Ronnie, obviously not.
I mean, it looks
a
cool.
believer.
Like if you do it mid jump, like you see those compilations like them, diagonally throwing.
There's a reason why there's compilations of those people, because they're exceptional.
Yes.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be a point of having a compilation if everyone could do it. On the legs there and push down the leg side for a wide. And I think he's going to switch to round the wicket, which is a terrible idea. And it should either mean more wides or pushing the ball into the pads for Zishan to score some boundaries here. So that's my prediction.
Okie dokie, we'll see.
And into the pads, and he doesn't get it away as Rana hobbles in from the boundary. Good to see he's out there fielding despite his obvious injuries when batting. Doesn't look particularly comfortable, but out there captaining his team.
Oh, it's the captain who had injured. I was thinking, like, why wouldn't they use the 12th man?
I don't know that they have a 12th man. Rifak, classic Rifak shot, all wrist and a boundary.
Yes.
So, as I said, getting onto the pads and boundaries. It's like I know how to play cricket.
Yay me! I'm gonna have to say his name in the weekly again. Nothing against the man, just I'm really horrible pronouncing his name.
We need to give him an Estonian nickname.
Just allow. No, I don't want to say them wrong as well. I feel bad.
Well, how would you say his name if it was well, it wouldn't be an Estonian word, would it? But
Cesar.
Okay.
It would be.
That may be better than you trying to actually pronounce his name. Rifak again. Oh, that's huge. Massive, heading towards the cars. Ooh. And doesn't quite get around far enough. All the cars are parked fairly safely today.
It did bounce before the logs, but it
kept going.
Bounce off the road.
Very big shot there from Rifak. 13 off 4 for him, and that's exactly what we've grown to expect from Rifak. If he stays there for much longer, then the game will be well and truly gone for the Riders.
So how many overs do you think they're going to play?
Well, after my last pessimistic prediction didn't come true, let's see, we're 35 off 3. They need another 70. It's going to be in the 10th over.
I was thinking something about along the round, yeah.
10th or 11th over.
Okay, we'll see. Any specifics? 10.1, 10.3?
Well, if you want to get specific, I'm going to say 9.4.
Okay, I'll go 10.1.
Okay. Ronnie in again. Zishan, playing a miss. That excellent outswinger going away from the batter. He's been doing it all day from that end. Bowled the one over from the Kiev end and got absolutely smashed everywhere. So I would be sticking at this end, Ronnie. And pushes that down the leg side for a wide.
Did he move away from that wide? Did he
the batter?
Yeah, did he make it in? Okay. Balls fly so fast I can't keep track.
Well, you said it. On the leg side again and another wide. So just losing his line here, Ronnie. A long day for the riders with back-to-back games.
Yeah. 2 T20s. Wow. Can't imagine myself doing that.
Well, given they want to play 40-over games later in the season, it's the same as that.
Yeah.
As Ishan just drives that, but it's well fielded by Kush and no run. I have to say I'm not particularly excited about the prospect of playing 40-over games this year, and I'm hoping not to have to. Full toss, and Zishan finds the fielder on the circle, and 1 run. Oh, look, another one of my pet peeves.
What is it?
So the Zings have 2 flashing stumps and 1 non-flashing stump. Logically, you would think that the non-flashing stump would go in the middle, wouldn't you? But no, middle stump right now is a flashing stump. And all is down the wide side, down the leg side. Should have been a wide, but Rifak got some bat on it, and they go through for a single.
To me, that sounds like a common logic with the stumps.
Yep, and that's why it will never happen.
So sorry, guys. We can go back on the stream to look who put them up like that. If anybody remembers in the comments, let us know whom we can go and...
Who was the culprit? Zishan down to...
Oh, misfielded.
And there was a run out on because the batters were both looking at each other halfway down the pitch. And Kush, unfortunately, that one went through him and they got through for a single. So just a half chance there for the riders, and that's the kind of stuff they're going to have to take if they have any chance of winning this game. Ronnie in again on the pads, and a ridiculous appeal for leg before wicket because the ball was miles down the leg side and 1 leg by. You kind of get used to ridiculous appeals when riders are playing. They tend to appeal for everything.
I accidentally appealed on...
How do you accidentally appeal?
Because I forgot it was a free hit, and I was like,
right.
I stubbed somebody, and it's like, Ragnar, it was a free hit. I'm like, I already forgot. It was told to me like 10 seconds ago, but I already forgot. So concentration is hard.
Yeah, I can understand that. So change of bowler. It's going to be Anand from the Kiev end. Rifak on strike. A little bit of extra pace here. He will look to deposit it a bit further over the cars. And cuts it. Straight to the fielder though. No run. So Rifak will be coming to Sweden with the rest of the national team in a couple of weeks. And we'll be looking for some big hitting at the top of the order from him.
All right.
T10 matches against Sweden and Germany. So no time to muck around in a T10. And there he goes again. That is massive.
Wow, that goes
absolutely
over
huge.
the dirt road.
That might be the biggest hit we've seen this year.
Yeah.
And like I said, that little bit of extra pace comes off the bat just as fast. And that is huge as runner goes searching in the field across the road and gets the ball.
Need to upkeep the field across the road there as well.
I'm not sure we own that one, unfortunately.
No, definitely. I don't think we do, but it's going to be harder and harder going into the season to go and find those balls.
Potentially need to do what we're doing down in Montenegro and putting up a net to stop the balls getting out of the ground.
Oh, they are putting it up now.
Well, yes, no, maybe. We'll see. Certainly.
Well, in Montenegro, I think a couple of cars were hit.
Yes, there's a car park very close to the ground, and it's a pretty small ground, so...
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm expecting to get there in July and have a big net. As he comes in again, cut again, straight to the fielder again, but they get through for a single this time. So 48 for for 1. Run rate still very healthy and looking towards a 10 over finish here.
So you said 9.4.
9.4.
9.4.
Full toss on the pads, and it's been called a wide.
Wee.
See Sean missing out there. Just needed to get a little bit of bat on that, and it would have been 4 runs. But it will take the wide. Played into the offside, and they get through for an easy single. So doing it pretty easily here, the Stallions. As
Thomas head.
Tommy's copped the ball to the foot.
Oh.
The terrible throws continue, this time nearly taking out an umpire.
I always try to yell at them like, ball is coming.
I always think it should be a penalty.
Is it? Do you
It's not, but it should be.
Don't injure the officials.
And Rifak drops it on the leg side, run for the quick single. Kush can't pick it up and
Loses the hat, loses the ball.
keeps the sunglasses.
Keeps the sunglasses. I think it would be weird if the sunglasses would fall off as well.
There's a great video from a test match with England playing, and the captain, I think it was Andrew Strauss, is throwing a ball off balance, doing one of those, and his glasses come off as he lets go of the ball and hits the glasses and disintegrates.
Oh, wow. I think it's really, really bad to wear glasses on cricket. We do not let, at least on our team, ladies do that if it's not prescription ones. It's just so much more dangerous. You already have a hat on. I was thinking we should have the hard helmet hats.
Hard helmet hats.
It's like they have the construction worker
Right, so a hard hat.
hard hat.
Yep.
But it's still a cap.
Right.
So
And you want the beer cans on the side too, right?
no, I want on that on my helmet, definitely. Doesn't have to be cans. It can be like plastic, like liquid thingies. So I don't know, something that doesn't break easy because I'm gonna get hit to the
clear
helmet.
liquid. Could be vodka. Could be gin.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna drink during a game. Maybe between. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if you should make promises you can't keep.
Yeah. Well, so far, not planning on
So
it.
Ronnie, the Rocket, will bowl the last over of the power play. 51 for 1 of 5. Rifak is on strike. Pitched up, full toss. Rifak doesn't get all of it, but they should get back for 2, and they do. So Rifak moves to 24 off 11. Looking to launch a few this over from the Rocket. And, swings hard through the field. It's running away, but they will catch it. And another 2 for Rifak. So he is swinging hard.
And hats are flying off the fielders.
Well, it's still pretty windy.
You need to fasten them better than. No?
Or get a ponytail through the back.
Yes. So we've been looking into ponytail hats for the women's team.
And Rifak again through the infield, and it should be another 2. As Ishan is running back.
Are they going to go for third? No, they're not.
You don't think the hippos need the ponytail hats?
You could make a ponytail.
Yeah, not quite yet, but getting there.
We can do the fish braids with your hair. Is it fishtail? No, it's not that. What is it?
Rat's tail.
If it goes across your head?
Rifak again through the infield, and they're making themselves run this over. This one, you see, Sean is not looking like he wants to run any more 2s.
Getting a bit tired, eh?
59 of 5.4. keeping that run rate around the 10 runs and over mark. It'll be interesting to see after the power play ends whether that continues. Another full one from Ronnie. He's just got the length right this over. Not short enough for Rifak to get underneath the ball. So probably the best he could do against someone hitting the ball so well. 9 off the over so far. And Zishan will face the last ball of the power play. Short from Ronnie and just dropped into the offside for a single. And that is the last ball of the power play. 61 for 1. And not great reading there on the economy rates. Mof is 13.5 and over. Ronnie keeps it in the 7s at least, and Anand at 10. So should be a change of bowler here. Looks like Essener is going to bowl. Some spin bowling.
Ooh.
And we'll see how Rifak and Zishan can deal with that. A little bit of a conference going on here between the riders.
How does one decide to become
it is going to be Tanvir.
How does one decide to be a spin bowler?
Usually you're either too lazy to run up.
Okay.
Or fast bowling is not for everyone. And maybe you see a bowler you really like and you try to copy that.
Yeah, okay. So just
not really a huge issue for Estonians picking up the game because they don't really have much in the way of cricket watching history, so they haven't really seen.
So I'm just thinking, how would you introduce it to somebody who's never been acquainted with cricket?
I think you do what Terry did and Zishan underneath that, and it's gone all the way.
Over the boundary and now over the dirt road as well.
Change of bowler has not changed the outcome.
Great shot.
From this end. They're hitting very well down towards the road. So yes, Terry's plan with the ladies was basically take about 6 months to teach everyone how to bowl properly, and the ones that still can't do it properly, you start saying, maybe you want to bowl spin. Or you want to be a wicketkeeper.
I want to do everything now.
Of course you do. Including bat left-handed.
Yes! So much fun! Well, I do have an injury in my right foot, and so standing on that is not comfortable. So my thought was, I'll switch hands.
Easy.
Yeah. I've done it maybe 3 times during practice.
Ronnie and Rana emerge from ball
hunting
over in the other field. And
can they make it back before the ball starts?
Next one going straight back over their head, hopefully not. Zishan had a nice hit there. So Rifak 31 off 15. Zishan 20 off 16. Tanvir continues. Wide and given. Again, Zishan thought about winding up, but realised he wasn't going to be able to reach it. So 67 now. 68, off 6.1. Another full one. Zishan, that's very high. And but it's going to fall safe. Rana not having a lot of speed to get off the boundary with his knee problem, and falls safe and just 1 run. So
it was so cool. So high. Wow.
It would have been a good catch. So, that's pulled away by Zishan. There's a fielder out there and he gets it, and they just get 1 run. So now Rifak on strike, Tanvir in, and a big swing, and he may have taken the edge. No.
A lot of appeals.
Yep, and they also like to argue when given not out. They're a delight to play against.
I know the feel.
Many teams in Estonia, if you're bowling, every appeal is out, and when they're batting, every appeal is not out. And
of course.
How dare you make any other decision? As a lovely shot there from
Then went for 4.
Rifak, and I think he's managed to keep that inside the boundary.
Yeah, they're not signaling 4, so.
Hardik was out there, and a good effort, just running around and getting his hand out and stopping the ball.
Great fielding.
And it was an excellent shot from Rifak, but I think they only ended up getting 1. As they thought it was going for 4 as well. So Zishan drops that on the leg side. They'll be coming back for 2. And the fielder was very slow to come in off the boundary there.
Yes.
And waited for the man to run all the way from short, fine leg to collect it. So 7 overs gone, 74 for 1.
38 runs needed.
And here comes the helmet. So now we will see the spin bowler.
Okay, somebody brings it for the fielder. Who's going to give it to the... Okay, gotcha. Well... It's kind of behind to just log it around with you if you're switching sides all the time, I guess.
Yes, that's true. You guys haven't done the end changing yet, have you?
No. We did it only like switching from first game. We did from one side and the double header we did.
But not changing after every over.
No. Ugh, bloody long games. that just.
So yeah, I assume we'll be playing from one end only in the T10s in Sweden.
Okay. Interesting.
It's usually how the ECN do it, so they only have to set cameras up on one end of the pitch.
Okay.
It's how they did it when they came here in 2020, and I'm assuming that's how they'll do it when they come back next year. So it will be Esenor to bowl to Rifak. And big swing over the offside, and will it be 6? No, 4 runs. Rifak is too short, and just letting Rifak get underneath it, and no fielders out there. I don't think you want to bowl too many out there.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the way that Rifak's hitting the ball, if you bowl another one there, it's going to go exactly to the same place. So I would be trying something else.
Okay,
Although not sure what's going to work with Rifak in such good form. 36 off 18. Zishan playing a nice little supporting role at the other end. 25 off 19. And Rifak here to continue as the keeper.
Struggling with the gloves?
Yep.
Feel that.
Short again and smacked again, but there's a fielder down there and it will just be the one. So getting away with that one. In fact, picking out the fielder. Zishan's turn. Short and wide, and he's also picked out the fielder on the boundary. 1 bounce, and they get 1 run. So getting away with a couple of pretty bad deliveries there. Stallions just picking out the fielders on the boundary. That's better.
Ooh.
Tossed up, and Rifak with a big swipe at it and manages to get it down to long on for a run. So moves the score along to 81 off 7.4. Backs away Zishan and hits it straight to the fielder.
That ball.
Kush collects, and he'll be upset with himself there, Zishan. A metre either side, and he's got a 4. Pitched up and defended. Well bowled by Esseno. And that is the end of over number 8. 81 for 1. That's going to be pretty impressive if they get 31 runs in the next 10 balls, but we live in...
That's why. I'm sorry if I'm jinxing it.
And it looks like Kush coming into the attack. "31 runs needed, 12 overs left to get them round the wicket." Kush bowling to Rifak.
And just now you're marking your steps? What the heck, dude? You were standing there for some time. Okay, I'm sorry.
He was checking that he had measured it correctly.
Ah. Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not a bowler.
Short and bang. Straight to the fielder. Will he stop it? No.
Nope.
Straight through.
Good
He's
shot.
hit that like a tracer bullet.
A what?
Tracer bullet.
Why?
Because it went like a bullet, but you could see it. So it's a tracer bullet.
Chase a bullet?
Tracer.
Okay. English is weird.
Anyway, another pretty average fielding effort there.
I don't know if they can get it away from the car yet.
Oh, whose car did they hit? Did they hit my car?
Oh, I think it is your
They
car.
hit my car.
No, I don't think it hit it. It just went underneath it, and then they are there with a bat now.
Well,
Trying to
any
get it out.
damage they do with that bat, I'll send the riders a bill.
You can say like, "Oh, you made it rusty."
Yeah. No rust before your bat came along. Must have been a water-filled bat.
But they did manage to fetch the ball, so.
Oh,
Resuming
hope
the game.
my
now.
rusty car is fine. Otherwise, we're walking home.
I have Lena. She already offered yesterday, like, "I'll take you home after."
Okay.
Or if you really want to, I can ride with you.
No, that's fine. I'm happy to not have you argue with Terry on a car ride home for once. Oh, Rifak tries to take out the umpire.
That was a cool jump from Tom.
I think he actually managed to get something on it, Tommy, because it's pulled up inside the boundary.
Yeah.
Maybe just flick the pants on the way through,
Yes.
like the tennis ball fielding at the school yesterday with the pants. So the score seems to have... What's going on here? Score seems to have stopped.
It went so fast I couldn't see it on the stream.
We have an injury.
Ooh. What happened? Who's hurt?
Maybe Kush. Looks like maybe a finger from trying to stop that ball. On comes the magic spray, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Do we have our club? Do we have the spray?
No, I don't believe in the spray.
I like to use the spray
Careful.
as a cold. What you mean?
Just don't know where you're going with that.
Oh my god, get your mind out of gutter. I like to use it in a medical sense.
Medical sense, right.
So when I was giving first aid in the Sing and Dance Festival, because the cold packs, you're gonna run out. So we used the white pads, get them wet with water, and then spray it so it acts like a cold pack. So that was a great way of DIYing one.
Yep. Okay, so it seems like everyone's happy to continue. Kush hopefully can shake it off.
I guess you can't have any bandages or anything on
Well,
your
I think it was his right hand, so that wouldn't necessarily be too much of a problem.
his left
It's
hand.
more on your on your bowling hand. You're
But
not
are you allowed
to.
to play with a bandage? Like big like bandaged up, not just a plaster.
I don't think there's any rules against it. I think potentially the umpires would decide that given player safety is their main concern, that they weren't going to allow it. But
So I can bandage them up like a boxer just to cushion the the ball into my hand.
no, I
No?
think that would be considered illegal.
So see.
If it was a genuine injury, you might get away with it.
What if I come to the field with an injury?
Well, then you would not be allowed to play. And a wide from Kush. The keepers just made very little effort to stop it, and they get an extra run. Moving the score along to 89. Again, short, and he's managed to just
Nick it.
inside edge it into his pads, and no run. So that was actually a no ball, not a wide. So he's got a dot ball for his free hit. Full and driven. Nice shot by Zishan. I'm assuming there's a fielder out there I can't see, and they come back for 2.
That's why the inner circle fielder didn't quite chase it. I guess. Yeah, let the other one get it. I would be always like, no, I want to touch the ball.
So just 21 more runs needed. Kush bowls and drops that into the offside. Zishan for a single. So one more ball to come in the 9th over. It's been a long one with the injury and
A no ball.
no ball. Slower ball from Kush. Rifak
Coming
just
our way and
chips it. And Ronnie coming in, and Zishan coming back for the second, getting there comfortably. And that is the end of over number 9, 94 for 1, and just 18 more runs needed.
Yes. So your prediction of 9.4 overs for the game.
Well, we're gonna need
Still
three.
possible.
Gonna need 3 sixes.
Still possible. Would be really cool.
Wouldn't put it past them. Let's have a look at the match on ground 2. The Tigers chasing 144 are 38 for 3 off 7. So a lot of work to do if they're going to get back into this. And I wouldn't be putting any money on it if I was a betting man. So 9 overs down. Looks like we're going to have a drinks break, which is a bit odd because I think we just had one while we were dealing with the injury, but
The umpires are hurrying them on. It seemed like.
yep, we got some yoga going on in the outfield.
It's a good stretch for your back. Or, like I was, staying low so the wind won't get you.
Well, maybe that's a new strategy for the Tiskre outfield. Stay low. Stay out of the wind. We can get them like little bunkers for the outfield.
Just wind balls. Or, like you said, threes.
Yes, would be lovely.
There's another dog again! Across, on that field there, behind the cars.
That's extremely exciting.
It is! Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, there was one again. I'm like, yay!
So
I guess
dogs are okay, but spiders no.
of course dogs are okay. I love dogs.
Just a selective animal lover.
Spiders are not animals.
Yes, they
They're
are.
insects.
Which is an animal.
No! So bird is an animal as well?
Yes.
No! What? Who taught you biology?
Well, my father was a science teacher.
Can we call him right now? No.
What time is it in Australia? Probably a little late. 3 a.m. But
Dad, we need to talk to you right now. Really
we
important.
could hook him up through the Bluetooth here.
Oh, that's
Get him
possible.
on the stream. Yeah, that's possible. We had a few phone calls from Tim Heath last year
Oh, really?
as he was tuning in from wherever he was around the world.
Really awesome we have that
Maybe
opportunity.
we should give Lena a call and see how she's going.
Don't want to distract her.
Rana into the bowling
And
and
it's wide.
immediately bowls a wide.
Well, need to bowl them before the game
Well,
out of the way.
yep, he didn't get his warm-up balls in as that's a bit straighter and a great shot from Zishan, but picked out the fielder, one bounce and one run. So 96 for one. 3 balls left for my prediction. 16 runs required. So 2 sixes and a 4. Go. Okay, we might have a catch here. No, 1 bounce, 2 bounces, and the fielder moves very slowly towards the ball. Throws it in on about the 14th bounce, and they pick up 1. So, unless we get some no balls here, my prediction is out the window. And Zishan picks out exactly the same fielder. And it's straight through his legs for 4. Captain will not be particularly happy with that off his bowling. But brings the required runs under 10.
No, it's
Or
11.
no, it's 11. Can't count.
It's okay.
Thought it was a
Numbers are hard.
And Zishan
Wow,
slaps
let's go.
it again. He's coming round. He's not going to get anywhere near it. And
That's a 4. What are they
I
signaling?
think it's a 4.
Signal me. Show me what you got.
Yeah, he's too busy writing in his little notepad to actually signal anything.
But the scores have decided it's a 4.
Well, there you go. Massive breakdown in cricket procedure as usual.
It did happen to me once as well when I was scoring. I'm like, they didn't signal. I'm going for a 4. But the umpires at the end of the over didn't disagree with me, so I guess.
Rana continues. 7 runs required. Big swing by Zishan. He's picked the same fielder out again, who's looking like, he manages to just
Body stop it.
fall over, stop the ball, and
Diving
1
face
run.
forward. No, how do you call it? Like hands
Superman.
Superman dive, and then body stopped it.
So 1 shot away, 6 runs required. And Rifak gets underneath it. The fielder is coming around very slowly, and I thought he might have got that one, but
Nope.
just the 1 run. Rifak not doing the job I needed him to do. Very disappointing. 10 overs done. 5 runs required, and you are looking pretty good on your prediction.
I think it's gonna be wide. I'm sorry.
You think five wides and we're done?
No. I mean, like, my prediction is like they're gonna be done in the next ball,
Right.
so they need those 5 runs.
Yep.
But I'm afraid they're gonna bowl a wide, which they're not gonna get their bat behind.
Yeah,
We'll
but
see.
a wide's fine because it doesn't count as a ball.
Yes, that is true.
So we can have a wide and then a 4 and you're still perfectly
Oh
fine.
yeah. Okay.
So
We'll
in
see.
comes Abdul.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a terrible delivery, and there we go. We've got a 4. So, well, no, we can still have a wide now, and it still wouldn't count as a ball, and you could still be right.
Okay.
He's still
I
alive.
like my odds.
Still alive. 1 run required. Scores are tied.
I'm just happy that the prediction
Still in.
is so
Yeah,
close.
you're still on.
My prediction
And
is
that
closer than
is
yours.
Rifak's 50. So well batted, Rifak. 52 off
Congratulations.
27. And this game is, you would imagine, 1 ball away from finishing. And I have a fish in the commentary box, apparently.
I'm a bit tired, so it's hard to concentrate. But I'm excited.
1 ball. You got to concentrate for 1 ball. Come on. You
One
can do
ball. Like a dog to a ball. Look at the
Don't
ball.
chase it. Abdul to bowl to Rifak again. And slapped over the offside. Is there anyone out there?
There is.
But they get the
Right
run.
through that
And
builder.
that is the win for the Stallions.
Congratulations, Tallinn Stallions won by 9 wickets. Player of the match is
Obeyed.
Anwar.
4 for 12. No, 4 for 21. Sorry, off his 4 overs. Excellent bowling. And that is going to do us. So, well done, Stallions.
10.2.
10.2. So you lose,
So
just like
close.
me.
I was closer than you, dude.
So we'll be back tomorrow for United against Hippos and then United against Strikers and the culmination of the Women's T10 League.
One match.
With a big trophy presentation at the end.
I wonder who's gonna win that trophy.
We'll just have to tune in tomorrow and
You
find
have to
out.
tune in to Korea to check out who's gonna win the league. If you go and do it today, you can already get your answers. Anyways.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, bye-bye, everybody.